Welcome to episode 12 of Let's Play SimCity 4. Where we left off this time, we were making roads into one-way roads. So, in this case, we're going to be making a road here. We're having trouble, so we're going to have to demolish you, sorry. Just to make things a little bit more convenient, we'll make a second way to get into that road. And we will stretch this all the way to here. Alright, we're going to have to demolish this, aren't we? Alright, hopefully there is no, not going to demolish a name for that, but, oops. I think we accidentally demolished some other names. That's one thing that's annoying, is the names so easily get erased. I believe this was Sim Street, and this was Allen Street. We're gonna have to retype those again in a few minutes anyway, but my attention span might not last that long, so we're just gonna do it like that. Alright, very good. All the way there. Now, what I want to start doing is some of the north-south streets here. We're going to start this one here. And can we do it without deleting it? No, we're going to have to demolish the street. But don't worry, since it's on pause, it won't affect anyone. They'll just go to bed one day with one type of road and wake up the next day with another type of road. Yep, Sims are very funny people, and they won't even think anything of it. Sim Street. Oops. Not what I wanted. We wanted us along the road. There we go. And now Allen Street will be made one way going down. It's this kind of maintenance and growth that will help your cities thrive in the long run. So, we're going to call this Allen Street once again. Oops, not again. There we go. That's better. Alright, we're gonna demolish this street. Doesn't have a name yet. If anyone wants to name this street, go right ahead. I'm still taking name submissions after all. But as always, don't expect them to pop up right away. And don't expect them all to be used, even though I'll try to use as many as I can. Alright, now for another street down here that has no name. Oh, wait a minute. How do we screw this up? Yes, you go that way, you go that way, and you go that way. It's pretty easy to just change the orientation of a one-way road. You just do that. So I guess you're going out both ways now. Well, that's just fine with me. Alright, now that that's been fixed, we are going to build this, as of yet, unnamed street into a southbound one-lane street. Oops. Almost messed that up. There we go. And now it's time for this final street to be made one-way northbound. There we go. Do I want to make this one-way southbound? Nah. Alright, there we have it. So if you remember from last time, this was horribly congested. But let's fast forward and see what happens. Yep, it's all fine and smooth now. But you know what? We're still having problems down here and over here. So we're going to have to continue our street improvements. We'll start with up here. Alright, we're going to make this little jog all one lane. Okay. Kathy Lore Ave. We'll have to remember that. Okay, was it that? Or I think it was spelled that way. If it wasn't, you can always correct me. I don't mind being corrected. Alright, one way road all the way to here. Oops, I just demolished the name of Blue Street. So we're going to have this way, this road be one. And I'm sorry if this isn't too interesting, because it probably isn't, but it's just one of those things that you have to do to improve your city. There we go. Alright, you go that way. We're going to have a street going this way, so you continue going one way all the way down here. And you are Abbey Road. How about that? So you're going to go one way all the way to Nicodemus Boulevard. Now I realize the future problem is brewing because Nicodemus Boulevard is like the endpoint for every road, so it's going to become extremely congested later on. But that's a problem we'll deal with when we get to it. Alright. But like I said, we need to label it once again. Abbey Road. There we go. Alright. Next we're going to make a street. We're going to continue this street northbound. Thusly. And you know what? We're just going to leave these as they are. Actually, no, we're going to upgrade the street into a road. I forget what the name of this one is, but it's now a road. We're going to upgrade all that. And I remember the name of this was Lincoln Street. So, alright. Looks pretty good. Well, I've used up nearly all the available time improving roads. But that's just something that's pretty common. So I just want to check. That should go away. Yeah, we still have problems. But we're going to deal with those problems later. But now we can see our city has been steadily growing. Unfortunately, these mansions look kind of run down now, but we're in a good shape. Always getting larger. Let's check on our development up here. Hasn't fully been built, but that's okay. Looks rather nice. Well, that just about brings us to the end of this episode. Join us soon for more SimCity. So long, everyone.